Hello, everyone. Welcome back to tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd. Before we begin, we got to say follow us on all the socials: Twitter, Twitch, Discord, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Tommy, we did a thing with you. You want to shout that out?
Yeah. Are you talking? Okay. Anyway, we are currently running the beginner box Pathfinder Second Edition on the YouTube side of things, and we're testing out the YouTube Premiere function with that. So far, it looks really good, but we'll be continuing that, and I'd like to thank all the players that are involved with that and helping get that going.
You're welcome.
And Grizz, especially.
Oh no! Now I don't. Shit! Now it seems like I'm conceited. Damn it!
Yeah, and now you've
There's the swear, baby.
Hey, that's after 8 seconds. I think we're good.
No, YouTube hates swearing at all now. Like, it hates swearing and violence, so we're screwed as a channel.
I'll
be sure to check that out. I think we're aiming for every Sunday. It's only going to be 2 to 3 sessions, so it's not going to be a long-standing campaign or anything. But on Sundays going forward, keep an eye out for those premieres.
Unless you like it. If we get 10,000 likes, we'll continue that series, baby.
Baka's digging my grave for me.
No, you know
That's
what?
what I appreciates about you, Baka. You'll dig the grave you're gonna bury me in. So
I'll shill other people out. I don't care.
If we do get 10,000 likes, we will continue. So
That's a good point. It's
Exactly.
very hard to say no to that.
it is. I just have to kill all your characters somehow, I guess. Except for the leaf. The leaf's really cool.
Yeah, dude. Pee on me a little more, dude. So is there anything else that anyone wants to say about announcements?
If you like D&D and starter sets and stuff, check out Lost Mine near Icefire Peak on YouTube at youtube.com/@Meyore. My name right down there.
And if you like D&D and stuff, you can go to the Interdimensional Library, where you can listen to me on a podcast. It's on everywhere you can listen to podcasts at: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that nonsense.
Yeah, and if you like the Patriots, you can go to youtube.com/Grizlocke and he'll talk about that over there. Right, Grizz?
Yes. I mean, their season's over, but you know.
And if you like Final Fantasy 14, you can log in, create an account, and go through all the different realms until you finally find Genji.
Never find me.
Okay, well, enough of this, whatever the hell this is. Okay, question for today's recap. I did the recap last time, so I'm immune to this, so I'm not doing it. Question
Good
for
catch.
today. I'm really trying. It's really hard. Question for today. How tall am I?
5'11".
DM me the answer.
Damn it!
You're 6'1".
DM me the answer, and
7.
whoever is
He's
furthest
not 6'7".
away will have to do the recap.
Nah, I gotta butter him.
So wait, you're European, right? So do we do this in feet and inches,
Oh.
or is there like some
We have to
weird
convert.
crap we have to do?
Here,
You're,
let me find the centimeter conversion.
you can do it in
citizenship,
centimeters
didn't you?
if you want. If you want to do it in centimeters, do it in centimeters. However, I will be converting it to feet because that's what I use. Because I am an American now.
Got him! Yeah, we got him!
Eagle.
Stars now.
There's an eagle flying somewhere in his honor.
Yeah, it's waiting to poop on me anytime I say "God save the Queen." She dead now. It's fine.
I didn't mention the queen in the tags, so.
Baka, listen. I know what you're doing. You can't do this every time I ask a question.
He wants to
Give me a
do
serious answer, dude. Give me a serious answer, or I'm just gonna remove you from the whole thing. Please.
What if that's his whole plan, though?
I hate you, dude, so much.
Game theory.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, what a tool.
He's a big tool. My favorite
I
tool.
texted it to you, by the way. I didn't do the Discord.
Okay. So. Oh, I don't even want to give it to him. He's such a little shit. Okay. So, Grizz was closest, although Grizz and Tommy were closest. Tommy, you're my favorite person because you guessed the most accurate with 6'1". Grizz guessed 5'11".
We've talked about it before.
I'm 6 foot tall. Gingy, I'm a little hurt, but that's fine.
I've never seen you stand up, so.
I mean, I always imagine him being the same height as me, and then I slowly discovered I'm the shortest person in this group.
Mio, did you just take a random guess as to centimeters and just type it in and just be like, yeah, that sounds about right?
10,000 centimeters.
He gets 200 centimeters, which is 6'5".
Oh my god.
Well, actually, 6.58. I started with 6.5 in Google. No. I lost my Google search already. It's okay. We can move on. I initially said 6'7" and then it did the rest.
Regardless, even though we've taken 6 minutes to do the intro,
let's bump it up to 20.
Go ahead, Baka. Go ahead.
Okay, so last time on Curse of Strahd, everybody, we were in a pickle. Holy moly! Roderick decided. I wasn't going to do it this way, but I fell right into it right away. Where I'm going to explain everything in detail. Roderick opened up a crate, and God, were there vampires in there? 6 to be exact. We were already pitched in combat at the start of this last session, and Gar was down. Roderick was ready to go after him. So we were slanging spells, slanging heals, slanging fights, and it wasn't looking good. People going down left and right, especially Gar. Tio was like, should I run? Should I not? Maybe so. And then the benevolent DM says, we need to get the whole gang in here, folks. Here comes Malin. I had so many names running through my head, and I had to choose the right one quick. And then Tia's like, quick, blow up the house. It'll be great. So they blow up the house, and 3 vampires fall on them. Oops, not a good idea, maybe. Malin goes down right away. Upstairs, Gar runs through a wall after Alar and says, here, I'm going to throw this at the window. Didn't work, but Gar, he throws himself. It works. Falls out the door. Falls out the hole. Everybody's trying to escape frantically, not dying. Malin, unfortunately, is dying. So Gar says, I need to get back in there. So he gets in there, scoops him, and then as a moonbeam from Roger comes ripping through the sky, destroying these vampires, Gar holds one in there, says, you're staying in there. And then the guards show up. They're like, oh, audio, what's going on here? Hey, you're under arrest. That's not the voice I thought would come out. So they're under arrest, and we're like, hey, vampires everywhere, dude. Guard's like, hey, I'm not having this. I'm not getting arrested. I can't go back to jail. So he kills 2 of the guards with a vampire, running away. Oh, I forgot to mention, Lauren's dead at this point.
Yeah, that's a kind of a key point.
Yeah.
God, I shouldn't have done the recap.
Literally, not very much happened last episode at all. You just fought vampires and then dipped, and that was it. Alarin died.
My God.
That's it.
Okay, yes, Alarin died through mercy kill.
Murder.
And Gar and Malin ran away with Alarin's body, hoping that the father could resurrect it, because Roderick said maybe. So they ran, avoiding the guards as best they could to get to the church, while Roderick and Tia stayed back to look for the bones of the founder of the church. And that's where we kind of are at now after Gar escapes through the door. Malin has made his way to the church. Lawrence had bodies in a bush, and the 2 are still in the house, hoping to find them bones.
Lauren got put out the pasture.
He passed away, unfortunately.
Alarin got laid out outside the graveyard, which is cool. Yeah, okay. Sure.
Oh God, I haven't talked to anybody all day. That's probably why I'm so goofy. I don't socialize.
So, who should we begin with? Gar has gone away into the woods. By Gar. Let him roam free like the animal that he is. Animal is in crazy, not animal is in elephant. Okay, so Gar's gone. So that leaves us with Tia and Roderick or Malin. You know what? let's start with Tia and Roderick, because I suspect your actions there may change some things in the rest of everything that's going on. So, okay. Did I move you guys over to the right map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. Okay, good. So, Tia and Roderick. I think I said Malin, but I don't mean Malin. Tia and Roderick. You hear the guards outside. They're beginning to come into the building. You guys decided to run up and go and try and find the bones. As Tia went into this side, the right-hand side of the upstairs, and started looking around boxes. Nothing so far. Roderick, you're down there. What are you guys doing?
Continue. I want to go left into this room and look for the bones. I'm just ripping through this place looking for bones.
I guess
Okay.
another question would be, sorry to interrupt you, but are we still in initiative turn order?
Essentially, you guys are going, and then the guards are going, and then you guys are going, and the guards are going. We're going to be a little loosey-goosey with the mechanics of it.
All right.
Okay.
So,
How-
Roderick, make an investigation
how
check for me.
Big and heavy are those crates, by the way? Like the ones in the corner and shit. I mean, stuff.
The ones that are empty, they are maybe 4.5 feet by 4.5 feet, 4 feet by 4 feet ish.
Does it seem like they would be good to like block the staircase? Would that buy me any time or no? Like
It could
up
buy you
here.
a little time, but you'd be spending some time running, getting them, and pushing them downstairs.
Alright,
Running, getting them, pushing them downstairs.
Screw it then. I'm just gonna look for the bones. Go
Sorry.
ahead, Ginge.
Couldn't you just destroy the stairs?
I don't know how.
No.
Unfortunately.
That was a thought.
So while Tia searches that side, I want to go to this side, search this room, and then go through the door and search that room.
Yeah, so you'll spend your turn doing this room this time. So make an investigation check for you, and then Tia, are you searching any more boxes, anything in that room that you're in?
So last session I searched this one. There's nothing in it. I think the only box in this room that has been searched is this one in the back corner. That smaller one's been checked. So I'm gonna move down and check that one in the corner here.
Yeah. Roll your thieves' tools to pry it open with crowbar. What'd you get, Roderick?
Dirty 20.
30-20. You whiz through this kitchen. Looking inside, it's pretty barren and empty. Apart from some, standard old food and, slight mold that's creeping up through the floorboards, which is standard in Barovia and Vallaki. Nothing much except for a trail of blood, like a smear of blood that goes in towards that door dead above you.
Yep.
Tia, you try and
Fine.
pry open that crate, and it does not budge.
Well, I'm going to. Am I able to try again? Should I just try something?
You can try again on the next turn if you want.
Yeah. All right. I'll wait for my turn then.
Okay, now we're going to the guards. I mean, yeah, the wall is busted open. Okay, I'm going to keep them where I think that they would be, which is using their action to dash inwards. Actually, yeah, let's just do it mechanically. Fuck it.
Fudge it.
60. Do I gotta bleep all this out? I think I do.
I don't know.
He's gonna try the door and realize that it's locked,
Leave it. Just leave it.
which is his
won't
action.
catch
So
on.
he's gonna go around 50 feet. Okay. Cool. Yes. Tia, you're trying again on your turn.
Yeah, I thought Raj moved before me.
Oh yeah, I'll go again. I'll kick down the next door.
You're the same thing, so you guys go at the same time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll roll again.
Yeah. So Roderick, you go up into that room right there, and here's what you see. As you walk inwards, that trail of blood continues in, and you see in the corner next to the bed a slumped over figure neck ripped apart, torso kind of torn open as well, of the coffin maker that you saw the previous night, as well as a vampire who is currently sitting like at the edge of the bed, kind of next to just on the edge of it, next to like this footlocker in between and then table, as it's kind of like shielding its eyes and turning away from you as you enter. It kind of like wails out, almost in pain.
As it does that, I would like to say to it, "Tell me where the bones are, and I won't hurt you. You have my word."
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Ooh, with advantage.
Yeah, dude. You
There's a 24.
pry open the lid. You look inside. It's just wood.
Great.
No bones in here.
Waste my time.
It's a 13.
Yeah. The vampire is not seemingly threatened by your words. They kind of just turn back to you and hiss back, but are staying where they are and just kind of sifting next to the wall, like clinging on as if to look for an escape.
Do I have any more time to just start looking, or no?
You've got the rest of your movement. I'll say that it was your action to intimidate the vampire.
All right, then whatever. With like my movement, I think I can move pretty much all around the room. Is there? Can I roll to investigate or no?
Because you use your action to do so, I'll just give you like your passive perception, a quick rundown of everything that you see.
Okay. I think my passive is 16. Yeah, 16.
Yeah, awesome. So you see on the left-hand side, there's a table with a chair next to it. Kind of underneath the vampire, there's a footlocker at the end of the bed, and then there's a bed next to it, which is kind of raised off the ground a little bit. Next to the old man, there's a chest of drawers which are all shut, and then on the bottom side, there's like this cupboard with the doors, the hinges of the doors kind of slightly open. And that's what you do with a quick quiz round.
Could I use my movement and then a bonus action here?
Yeah.
I'm going to move across, so go into this room here. And I'm going to go basically under the table right here, and I'm going to hide. So I'm roll stealth.
Roll stealth check.
20.
20 is pretty good. Pretty good, my dude. Yeah, wunderbar. Okay. So, that's your guys' turn. Oh, it's because I'm using the wrong fucking thing, aren't I? Yeah, I had the wrong tool out.
Fudging.
Okay. Dude, we're done at this point, man.
I'm doing it for my own sake. I'm trying to retrain my brain, going back to the Minecraft days, you know?
Sure, yeah. 20 feet right there. That's 20 feet. A guard's passive perception is 10. So, would he have heard the voices upstairs? I mean, you weren't being particularly quiet when you were threatening the vampires. I'm going to say yes. Yelling. So he's going to move into this room. Tia, you see footsteps that go into the room that you're in and stand next to the table. You sense some kind of looking around from the top half of the body before they get ready to move again.
Nice. And unless Grizz wants to go first, I want to attack this guy.
Sure, you guys go at the same time. So whatever you feel like.
All right.
Yeah, you go first.
I'm gonna use my short sword. That's a 12.
I'm pretty sure 12 hits.
Okay. So it would have been 13 because I was hidden.
Oh, also, I think technically a vampire... Oh, it can't move closer. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, it can't move closer. It can only move further away. So go ahead and roll your damage, Ginge.
7 sneak, 10 piercing.
7 sneak, 10 piercing. I'm just double checking here because I don't know. Yeah, they haven't given me. Oh, there it is. Oh, armor class 16. That does not hit.
Ooh.
Oh god, is better than I thought he was in terms of AC. Everything else is still shit. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Grizz. It's whatever. Yeah, you go ahead and try and swing out at the ankles, but they just catch kind of like the thick boots that he's wearing. As you try and jab in with your short sword, but you just pull back a little too quickly. As his feet kick back, and now he knows where you are.
Yep.
So that's your action to do that, and then bonus movement.
Going to disengage right into this room here.
Okay, you disengage and run to the room, and you see the vampire there, kind of shielding against Roderick. With both of your passive perceptions, however, you get that sense of unease is beginning to fade. Your turn undead is about to run out.
Yeah. I'm hoping it will last just a bit longer, and I'm going to go up to the vampire and grab the chest it's sitting on and rip it from underneath it.
Okay, sure. Can you type the specifics of turn undead in the Roll20 for me?
Yeah. 1 sec.
Takes a damage. Spends its turns trying to move away from you as far as it can. Can't take reactions.
I'm not like purposely grabbing this trunk as a form of hurting this creature. It's where I think the bones are. So my intention is I'm pulling the trunk away and I'm throwing it back toward Tia.
Yeah, there are two specific things that I'm looking for here, and it's when the vampire can move and when the turn undead ends.
Mm-hmm.
It can only move on its turn. So, because this is weird D&D rules, you're gonna have to come in and like physically rip it away. But I'm gonna say that the turn undead will end at the end of its turn, because that makes sense, and that's a pretty fair thing, I think. So go ahead and roll an athletics check for me.
Oh, baby.
Because your attention, because it's not fighting you, but you're trying to pull it away from under it and move the vampire out of the way.
Yeah, 17.
I'll allow that. Yeah, you go ahead and grab the footlocker and drag it out physically as the vampire kind of like jumps out of the way.
Yeah, and I kind of toss it toward Tia.
Okay, it's a footlocker, so it's that big and it's pretty heavy. As soon as you move it, it's probably 50 pounds.
Oh wow.
Region off.
Yeah.
So you toss it to Tia. Tia, ballpark, how much can you carry?
How much can I carry?
Yeah, with your 6 strength.
I'm not sure.
Let's look it up right now.
It doesn't matter. I'm saying to Tia, open that if you can. It might be in there.
Right, I'll check in a second. There is trouble outside.
Copy that.
Okay, sweet. So you do that. The next turn, let's get the vampire out of the way first. The vampire basically comes up here and squirms into the corner of the ceiling, and then begins to blink and looks back to you, Roderick, and you catch a recognition of, I know what you've done, and it's not working on me anymore. And that fear expression turns into that of anger and a snarl. But end of its turn. Can't do anything else. Next. Whoop! You see a guard come into the room, kind of look around. Let's just roll at a general. We'll do wisdom check, shall we? 16, pretty good. He kind of comes in and looks to you, Tia, And you get the sense that he's about to pull the spear up and attack you before he turns upwards and sees the vampire in the corner of the room who's hissing at him as well now as he enters the room. And he obviously kind of like freezes there for a second. Okay. And he turns to face the vampire instead.
Oh.
2, 4, 5,
Interesting.
6. This one's going to go up here instead. Okay. Cool. So now at the next part of the round, you guys go. What are you doing?
Gonna open the foot locker with these tools, unless if it's locked or not.
You get the sense, fiddling around. You've got your whole thing here. I'll give you bonus action and action to just look and then try and open.
All right.
So roll an investigation check for me using your bonus, because you can do that.
21.
21. Locked but not trapped.
Okay. And yeah, thieves' tools to unlock it, I guess.
Yes, sir.
14.
Yeah, I would put the DC at around 13, 14. So I will allow this. You go ahead and jam your thieves' tools in, and even under the pressure of a looming undead staring down at you guys, you focus in and begin fiddling with a lock before you hear it, and you open up the padlock on the outside and take a look inside, and there are bones in there.
I give Roderick a side glance and I nod. So
would I know, Equa, how heavy the bones are relatively? I mean, I assume they're bones, so they can't be that heavy, but...
You've never seen them. You wager, because of how heavy it was when you picked it up, it's probably a whole skeleton.
How heavy is a skeleton? That's a good question.
I'm guessing it's about 50 pounds. Let's have a look. Let's Google it. How heavy is a skeleton? It's about 15% of a person's body weight. Okay, so it's probably not 50 pounds. Let's say 25. That's like 180 pounds, right? 25 pounds.
I'll look back to the guard. Good, the guard's here. Help me defeat this vampire. But I'm gonna take a step back. So if it takes an opportunity attack...
It will. Roll a persuasion check for me while you're there.
Ooh, not great. Just 2.
2. You gather they're not really listening to you right now.
And then I kind of glance over my shoulder just to double check. I see the bones. I'm gonna cast invisibility using my, I think it's called Shadow Touched feat on
Okay.
Tia.
So before you do so, it's a dirty 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
For 8 slashing damage on you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still up.
And you go ahead and cast invisibility on Tia.
Yep.
Okay. So this is where things get weird. So Tia, your carrying capacity is 15 times your strength modifier.
Yep.
Your strength mod is 6, right?
it is 5.
It's 5.
It's 5.
Okay, so 5. So your total carrying capacity is 75. You made a character sheet on Roll20, right? And that's
Yep.
one that you've been using. What's your carrying weight already in there?
69.
69. So you're already on the verge. You pick this up and you can't lift it and all of your stuff.
You could drop your
as well.
backpack for it, though.
I'm wondering how much this rope weighs.
Just drop your whole backpack right now. There's no time.
Yeah, you can't go through and sort it all out. You're essentially going to have to drop... You can drop your backpack and hope. Or, yeah, because your only other things are like your weapons. So you can drop the backpack and hope that it's enough to knock.
I'm a level with you, Grizz. I cannot drop that backpack. There's something very important.
Drop the backpack. Come back for it later.
You
You're
need
a rogue.
to knock 20 pounds off of your carry weight for you to be able to move at your normal speed. If you wanna carry the footlocker with you, it's gonna be a strength check, and you're gonna move at half your speed. Because I think that's the rules on carrying capacity, right? Baka will know. Baka.
Roughly, yeah.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
So I either drop the backpack and carry the bones, or I just carry the bones and move at half speed. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, you could. I don't know how much your backpack weighs. Assuming that your backpack weighs about 20 pounds or more, that will allow you to carry the footlocker and run outside. Or you can make a strength check to see if you can lift the bones and carry them with you, and then you'll move half your speed anyway.
But you're invisible.
Decisions.
I'm
You are invisible. You're invisible until Roderick dies.
I know.
Or loses concentration.
Okay, so
Shoot.
I think I literally can't lose that backpack. Oh my!
You gonna roll? You gonna roll for it, dude?
Yeah, I figure I might as well roll because I'll still be invisibility. So I'm gonna roll strength first. I'm gonna see if I can just lift it.
Yeah, try and lift it. This will be your action to do this.
Oh, come on, you do this. That's a 0.
Nice.
It's not moving at all. You can't even drag it along the floor, and you try.
Okay, I want to do one thing real quick. If I get a bonus action, I would like to grab something out my backpack then.
Let me see. So you got to take off your backpack, rummage through it, pull something out, and then drop the rest of the backpack.
Yeah, I just want to just grab one small thing. I know what the item is. Like I've seen it a million times. Just, I want to take out a certain dagger.
Would this dagger not just be on your hip or something? It's like in your bag?
It's in the bag for a reason.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Like a fairy steel knife.
Where do you keep it? In the bag.
I mean, I would keep it like probably just close to the top. I wouldn't want to bury it behind stuff and risk damaging it.
But it's just in amongst everything. It's not in like a special pocket or anything.
If it's in a special pocket, it'll be in a side pocket at that point.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do, because I feel like this, for you to essentially drop the footlocker, take off your backpack, rummage through it. You're invisible, so you can't really even see. Try and feel around for it, pull it out, and drop the backpack. I'm gonna give you the rest of your turn to do this. Like,
right.
You use the rest of your turn to do this, you'll stay exactly where you are.
Yep. Then I want to, when I essentially grab that dagger, I'll just like hold it in my mouth at that point.
Okay. So that's what you do. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You just have it. That's fine. You're invisible, and that's that.
So that was my action. Bonus action. I'll move the spiritual weapon as close as I can. What was it, 20 feet?
Which is, yeah.
And then I still have more movement. I'm not able to move through this guard, am I? Probably not, right?
No. He's not an ally currently.
So can I share the same space? It's kind of weird since we have the same turn. Tia, are you planning on moving or no? Are you staying here? Turn.
She can't move.
Well,
She can't move?
Her whole thing. No,
Yeah,
she's using her whole thing.
Can I share a spot with her? Because I know other people have done that. I just don't know if it was only Gar doing that.
Just give me a general intelligence check to see if you remember where that footlocker is. Because you're at risk here of tripping over it and moving into Tia's space. Because it's a footlocker, right? So it's like 3 feet wide.
Oh, okay. So she picked up the whole footlocker, not the bones out of it.
No, to pick up the bones is like, here's a bone, here's a bone, here's a bone, here's the skull, here's the,
Okay.
you know.
If that's the case, I'll just stay here. It's fine. All right, never mind.
Okay.
That's it.
So you stay there. Okay. Now we go to the vamp's turn and the guard's turn. Let's do the guards first. Yeah. Okay. The door is still open behind this guard. You see another one pop up behind him. The one in front of you guys is going to throw his spear at the vampire. He's not necessarily helping you, but he's just doing it of his own thing.
I mean, we're dead. This thing.
He rolled a 10. The spear just onto the ground. Completely misses. He kind of just like fumbles around behind him, smushes the other guard's face, and just picks up his spear and holds it in front of him instead, staying where he is. Now it's the vampire's turn. The vampire basically has a choice of 2 targets. It's going to choose between Roderick or the guard. I'm going to roll. What we're going to do is we're going to do 3 or 4. It's going to go for you, Roderick. On a 1 or a 2, it's going to go for the guard.
Copy that.
It's you.
Yeah. I mean, that makes more sense. I pissed it off.
Yeah, it's just going to scuttle forward. Yeah, it's going to scuttle forward. It's not going to grapple you. It's just going to swipe down twice with its claws. Both of them hit. That's an 18 on the minimum. It's 18 hit?
18 just hits.
Just hits, okay. I was going to say, you got a high fucking AC.
Yeah, I got 18.
The first one is 9 points of slashing damage.
I'm down.
Tia, you are no longer invisible.
Ah, shit.
And since you are down, with its other attack, it's going to go forward towards the guard and attack him instead. I technically already rolled it. It wouldn't matter because both of them hit anyway. Nope. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice here because technically its idea was to come up to you and go. We'll just say that that's it for attacks. Because you fail, you won't get the second one because it's on the ceiling.
Oh, it's on the ceiling.
Not
Got it. Okay.
It is. Not least of all because it now sees Tia. So it's going to move into your space above you, Roderick. And kind of just hang there and wait for Tia to try and move. Okay. Following that, it's Roderick and Tia's go. Roderick, I need you to make a death save and DM it to me at the start of your turn. And Tia, go ahead.
Would using a healer's kit on Roderick provoke the vampire?
Leave.
No, it's not. It's not holding an action. It's just essentially, it's going to wait for you to move, and then it's going to use its free action to try and swipe at you unless you disengage.
Bonus action, disengage, and fucking dash out of there, cat.
Yeah, I know. All right.
But you can use. Here's the thing: you can use your action to stabilize him.
That is true.
And then a bonus action to disengage. However, you're still going to be moving through the spaces of 2 enemies. Because the guards are not your friends. They just so happen to be focused on the vampire right now.
Well, even if I disengage, I'm still going to provoke from these 2 guards.
You shouldn't if you disengage.
No. Disengage is nothing, but I don't think you can move through enemy spaces.
Well, we've been playing that
small creatures, so I'm going to check.
Oh, well, you're small, but you're carrying a footlocker is the issue. And the footlocker is a fucking big shit.
Oh, that's if I carry it with me at that point.
Yeah, if you don't want to carry it, then you can just disengage and dip if you want to.
It's
Just
true.
put me in a horrible situation, Roderick.
It's fine. Just survive. Just survive. It's fine.
What would Tia do?
I'm gonna like get caught by these guards if I even try like take this footlocker through.
You can, because your backpack is just on the floor, you can pick that up and leave with it, and I won't cost you anything for that. Like, that'll be your free action. That's whatever.
Okay, here's my thought process. The guards wouldn't care about the bones. They're just bones. We could just come back for it, I guess. We know where it's at. So she's gonna pick up her. Yeah, I'm gonna stabilize first. I'm gonna healer's kit.
It's just an instant knock off of use, and then
Yep.
Roderick, you are stabilized.
Oh, sweet.
And then I'm going to disengage. So.
Okay.
But
Disengage.
I set my character right there. I'm also going to use the where is it? Because I didn't move last turn, which helps. I'm going to use feline agility, so I'm going to double my speed. So let's see.
Great. So use 15 feet. So you've got 30. Fucking 30. You got 45 feet of movement left.
All right. So
yeah, that's it.
Okay. So that will take me. It's like basically around top of the spiritual weapon, I think.
Okay.
In my
So Tia,
my semi-lucid state of unconsciousness, I swing my... No, I'm just kidding. Spiritual weapon down.
yes, sir. Okay. It's now the guard's turns. Just a roll? Yeah, okay. They roll pretty well. You see one of them, the guy in front, or you hear it here because no one sees it, because no one's in there. One of them says, "Get this one to safety. I'll try." And he's going to run up where he is. He's going to swing forth. This one's going to try and drag you essentially 15 feet out. 5, 10, 15. So that's where you are now, Roderick. That one's going to attack and miss.
Rest in peace, that guy.
Yeah. Okay, Tia, you're booking it, right?
Yep. I'm staying low since I know that wall's busted. I'm gonna try to like stay low, so I'm like at least hidden by the coffer. The coffer's out in front of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna allow you to move at regular speed, but just do a stealth check.
Okay.
I was like, Miller's fucking gone. Miller's way gone.
What was that? 13.
13. Okay, yeah. We'll see if anyone notices you.
Yep. I'm honestly. I'm gonna sit there. I'm wait.
Okay, you're gonna sit there and wait.
Yep. So I guess I roll my stealth, so that's my hide stealth, I guess.
Cool, coolio. Let's do. I'm just gonna do a quick, like super quick, fucking round of. You hear from upstairs, and that's all you hear. 10, 15. Yeah. You're right there. The guard is dragging Roderick down the stairs right now. Behind you. He doesn't see you, but he is just going down and dragging him.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Back to you, Tia.
Cool. So I'm going to dash out of there using feline agility again since I didn't move last turn. So
Sure.
Just straight out the wall.
Straight out the wall. As you go out the wall, are you heading up or down?
Quickest way to the church, so I don't know which way that would be from here.
It would be up, let's say. As you dip out the wall and you look to your right and left, you see coming from the crowd a figure of like long silver white hair dressed in these red robes, flanked by about 6 guard and 2 large mastiffs that is walking towards the house with purpose.
Okay.
Your stealth check was a 13.
Yep.
I'm gonna look up the Burgomaster's passive perception.
It's -3. I just checked.
Okay. As you run out and dip, you kind of like run down to the edge of the building and kind of duck behind the side wall. Just kind of breathe there for a second. Slowly and deeply breathing, waiting for anything to be said about you or your appearance. Where the fuck is the Mastiff?
Yeah, so I still have more movement left. Just, you know.
Yeah, this is just for whatever's.
Oh, okay.
For flavor, because I'm a flavor DM. Okay. You kind of hear him say, "Was it in here?" And the guards kind of say, "Yeah, it was in here." Like, and he walks into the room. The other thing that you hear is this faint, like.
So, to the Mastiff sniffs, I would like to argue, she planned for this. So, she has rubbed herself with apples.
Mm-hmm.
And to even argue on that point, apples are sticky, at least the insides of it. She has been in a place where a whole bunch of wood chips are. Ceiling's been caved in, dust is everywhere. So not only does she smell like apples, she smells like wood. So hopefully that accounts for something as well, because it's stuck to her fur at this point.
Absolutely fantastic and a great point, Ginge. However, they do have a higher passive perception than your stealth roll, so they catch something through that, right? Even if we took the advantage on that, it's still only a 13. So they catch something through it, and so they begin to head your direction. You do have more movement though, so you can go ahead and move to wherever you need to move to.
Check one more thing real quick. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess again, quickest way to the church. So are they right here? I can't see them exactly.
So you would essentially be. I'm gonna remind me to keep this here. So that's essentially, we'll say 35 to 40 feet there from where you were, which is 5, 10, 15, 20. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so that would be. Oh, that's your 60 feet. That's your whole movement, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the Mastiffs at right. The Burgomaster basically went in right here, so the Mastiffs are nose to the ground. I'm saying they'll be right about here. They just have diverted off from the path of the Burgomaster.
Yep. Then, yeah, if it's my turn again, I guess I'm just gonna I'm going to bonus action dash first. So I guess I'll just go up at this point.
Yeah, okay. So you go up and you essentially find some buildings to duck in between. As you turn around and you watch the Mastiffs come through, and both of them begin to look around to see if they can find any sign of you, but you are too far gone. And I'm going to say from them, you are clear.
All right, cool.
Roderick, we'll come back to you later. So Tia, how are you navigating through the streets of Vallaki to get to the church?
Do I remember how tall the fences were? Like the outer gates, essentially fences?
Oh, the palisades?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're about 12 feet tall-ish.
12 feet tall.
I mean, you can climb up.
I have cat's claws. I was going to climb over the gate and just stay close to the fence and just walk along the fence, essentially. Like, bottom side of it.
Great. So you, Tia... Oh, this is getting exciting, you guys. I'm real happy about this. The party is split. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to put Tia, who is represented by the token of Tia. You were right here, okay?
All right.
You technically went up, so you'd be coming out around this section right here. Which palisade / fence do you want to go to? And you can control your character, so you can get there however you want to.
Since you said the church is this building, or is it down there somewhere?
No, this is where you came from. That's the coffin shop. The church is this building, all the way over on the left.
Coffin shop. Yeah, I misspoke. That's my bad. All right. So I'm going to move up a bit, not get on the main road, just get to a point where I can see the other side, and I want to use my one misty step that I have just to take myself over to the other side of the road where no one will see me. like
Okay.
crossover essentially.
So you're using Misty Step to cross over the road, and then you're
Yeah.
gonna go. Okay. Yeah. What I'm gonna do for you here is I'm gonna make you roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Guy's gonna be over here in the woods.
21.
21. Yeah, easy peasy. You see that not just guards, but people are in flocks around this area. Thankfully, with your feline eyesight and slender build, you can just worm your way through the buildings. Relatively small stature, managing to remain unseen before you dip over the road in a teleport and then can keep going on. I'm going to make you roll another stealth check to get to the palisade, but it shouldn't be too hard for you. And I'm also going to look at the specifics of Misty Step.
You jinxed me. It's 11.
11. I mean, you're mostly dealing with commoners here. You have a passive perception of 10. Okay, yeah. This is just a verbal component, so I'm not going to penalize you for that. Yeah, you mostly dealing with getting around commoners. You find yourself in more open area on this side of the road. Not quite as many houses clustered together. More open space in between them, and you have to kind of divert back to your, like, regular I'm a cat act. And so walking on all fours through the fields, you kind of get most of the way, you kind of get up to this tree before you see right here, there is a guard who's kind of just looking at you and squinting his eyes as if something is ticking in his brain. And then he's like, oh, fuck, grabs the spear. What are you doing as he readies to try and come towards you and attack you?
I'm going to...
You see the palisade. It's right there in front of you, maybe
right there.
15 feet away. Move you a little closer. That's fine.
And just distance-wise, how close is this guard to me?
The guard is probably equidistant. He's probably 15 feet away from you.
15 feet. So he's got to throw that spear if he really wants to hit me. Yeah, I'm just gonna just book it for the palisade.
Yeah. Your climbing thing, does that just give you a climbing speed, or do you still have to make the check?
Let's see. I have a climbing speed of 20 feet.
Nice.
20 feet. So you can just do it.
Yep.
Yeah, using your bonus action to get all the way over and beyond if you want to, you just up the wall and just jump down on the other side with a gracious feline landing. You are outside of Vallaki now.
Nice.
You kind of hear shouting from the other side, but nothing is really being able to done. There's no gate right here. They'd have to go through the eastern gate to get to you, so you get the sense for right now, you're okay. A trip away from Vallaki might not be the worst idea.
Yep. I mean, I think at this point, I'm probably going to keep to my same plan and stay along the fence unless I see someone coming from more of the northwest. Because I'm automatically assuming they won't be able to catch up with me at the southeast gate. So,
okay.
If I see someone pop up from northwest gate, I'm just going to either climb back over and whatnot.
Yeah. So we'll leave you there for now. Let's go to Malin. Malin. You've dropped Alarin outside of the cemetery gate. You've jumped over the fence. You've crawled, not so stealthily, through the graveyard and have found a door on the side of St. Andrew's Cathedral. As you pull down on the handle, it's unlocked. What do you do?
Yeah, I walk in.
You go ahead and walk in. As you walk in, you're basically in a side room. It's kind of like an office.
Oh, it's an office. It's not like a storage room.
Not a storage room, no. There's just a simple kind of like desk in the middle and like a bench on the side, which has a shovel on top of it, little bits of dirt, a couple of gravestones underneath of that counter that are not yet put down. They're just blank, clean stone slates. the church isn't a crazy big establishment, so they kind of combine rooms here. But
Is there a wheelbarrow in this room?
Sure, there's a wooden wheelbarrow in this room.
Sweet. I'd make note of that. And I will proceed further into the church until I run into someone.
Okay, so you go around the desk and go towards the second doorway that's in this room. There's Malin. It took me fucking, what, 6 episodes to get you guys tokens on the map that are not just Draugden. And as you open it, you see the main, like, congressional hallway with all the pews and the altar at the middle of it, the hallway down. Stop moving, Draugden!
Draugden's there! That's where he is! His corpse is in that closet!
Yeah,
you should smile more, Grizz. You should smile more. Okay. Okay, so you see that, and then looking towards the hallway, you see that the main room is empty. But as you peek around the hallway, you see a collection of people in the doorway that looks outwards into the main street, including but not limited to Father Lucian, Yeska the altar boy, and Irina, who are all looking outside. You see Father Lucian kind of step through the doorway and exit the church.
Oh, no, before he goes to exit and be like, Father Lucian, I need you over here. Real fast, yes. Quickly.
Yeah, he kind of like stops halfway and turns back to you.
Start waving him down.
Please, there is something happening outside.
Oh, I'm very well aware of what's happening outside, but I need a robe, something to disguise myself, so that I can go back outside of the cemetery and retrieve Alarin's dead corpse.
Make a persuasion check.
You also need the key to the gate.
Yes, and I need the key. Let's see. So 15 plus persuasion. That's a +9. So 20, whatever that is.
Yeah, you kind of see him turn around. Hold on, I'll be right with you. Then turns back around. Kind of dipping in through the doorways, you see Irina kind of like look back at you and say, Alarin is dead now?
It's been an entire day, and I'll get into it, but right now I need to get his body into this church and hope for the best.
Okay, and she dips off into the side room where her bedroom is, and you kind of see Father Lucian walk up to you. So, my child, what is happening right now?
I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but there's some vampires that were staying at some gravekeeper, like, I don't know, what do you call those people who make the coffins? Anyway, there were some vampires there. The group, I'm not exactly sure why they went there, but they went there, and I followed them, and there were vampires everywhere, and in the middle of combat, the house was falling apart. The guards showed up, tried to arrest us. Gar killed 2 of them by throwing the corpse of a vampire at them. God left. He's out in the forest. Alarin's dead, and I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, you see him kind of like thinking things over, and things are ticking in his brain. This should not be. Please, you said you needed a rope, right?
Yes, because if I'm seen, I am so screwed.
Come. And he kind of leads you off into the storage closet, the fabled storage closet that Roderick always disappears into. And you see, as he opens the door and leads you out, you see Irina walk out through the bedroom where she's been staying, and a rapier is now being strapped to her hip. She's kind of like, well, I don't want shit to go down and for me not to be prepared, so... And she just kind of stands there and is waiting to see if anything pops through the doors. Father Lucian dips into that storage room and kind of looks up at the shelves that are in there, and he kind of try this one, and he points up to a higher shelf there. Draugden's still in that room, right? I believe he's still in that room.
Yeah.
You look over and you see Draugden just staying there, motionless as ever.
Hey there, little buddy.
A fly kind of.
I swat the fly.
His head just kind of cracks off to the side. Probably just like, please, now, really?
Yeah. Oh, look, do you have something for me? Because I could probably make it work with
This crate, please.
I start tearing through the crate. Put
Yeah,
like a robe on and everything.
You pull down the crate and you see there are a couple different robes in there. Most of them are for like smaller sizes than you, and you know that the church does take in orphans and younger folk. These are probably just given to them when they need, and then cycled out when they grow up too old. Takes you a minute, but eventually you do find a robe of kind of like dull gray with yellow inlays on it that you're kind of like, this will probably fit. All right, whack it on.
I'm gonna turn to him and say, "Oh, and you have the key for that side gate, right?"
Oh yes, it's in the side room. Come.
So many side rooms in this church.
Oh no, there's just two. And he
Oh.
dips out of the room that you're in, the storage room, goes back into the room that you were just in, and kind of opens a drawer in one of the counters and pulls out this thick iron key.
Oh, in case I get stopped, is there like a saying that your church says or anything like that? Like if I were to be approached, I could... No offense to your beliefs, but right now I am going to pretend to believe in what you believe in.
Our deity is called the Morning Lord.
Morning Lord. Should be easy to remember. Is there like a saying, Morning Lord? Bless you. You know what? I've got to go.
Please.
Yeah, and I start like walking out. So before, like, as soon as I walk out, I kind of want to like, is it an outward door or inward door?
It's inward into the room.
Into the room. Man, there are some safety code violations in this.
I don't make doors, Tommy. Stop it. It goes outwards. You are.
The door, but like before I step out, I kind of want to like make my face dirty.
Okay.
You know, I want to kind of hide that, you know, who I am essentially. So I got the big robe, and I'll grab the wheelbarrow and a shovel. And are there like shears laying nearby or anything?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh, that's not going to be good. 9. My investigation is only a +1, so a 10.
You haven't even seen any hedges outside, so you're not quite sure
that's
why that would be
true.
good, but you spend a moment looking for them anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I start slowly because I mean, Alarm's dead. Hopefully his body's not going anywhere. Slowly, kind of pretending like I'm kind of looking at the graves as I will ever so closely or closer to the gate. To unlock it.
Okay. So, as you... Yeah. As you go ahead and open the door, and and you go, okay, you grab the wheelbarrow and you start going out, like putting a hobble in your step as well, really trying to sell the part
really doing it.
that you're this priest of the Morning Lord in the Church of St. Andrel. You walk out and turn, and there you see beyond the gate a large saber-toothed tiger. In front of it, a man that you are very familiar with as he looks back down towards a familiar place in the bushes that currently houses one opened corpse of Alarin, and guards who are slowly pushing forward as he kind of looks down at the corpse and then looks up at you. What did you do?
How does he recognize me?
You don't even know if he does, or if he's just calling out because he assumes.
What's that?
Oh, come on now.
Cough. It's a faint cough.
You're not going to get out of this with this body. I'm telling you that right now. And you hear the guard say, "Body? What body?" Ah, shit. What are you doing, Malin?
Going back in the church and shutting the door.
Okay, you go back in the church and shut the door, wheelbarrow included. From outside, you kind of, hearing the commotion, hear people shout, "There's a body there!" And you hear, in between the snarls of the saber-toothed tiger, you hear a voice say, "I'm taking him to a tower!" Let me double check on where that tower is. Because I know where it is, but I've forgotten. Because I'm stupid. He says... Yeah. "I'm taking him to a tower out to the west. You can find me there. He will be fine. As much as I can make him." You hear more commotion that lasts for about 15, 20, 30 seconds before this.
Well, I don't think I'm getting him anymore.
Father Lucian is kind of seeing you come back and he says, "Where is the body?"
It's gone now.
"Okay, I'm going to need you to tell me everything that happened as quick as you can, please."
I tell him everything in the longest way I can.
In the longest way?
Like the most description.
Okay. As you're telling him, you hear a knock at the front door. This. "Father Lucian, we need to talk about something outside your church." And you kind of see him go, "Stay here, say nothing at all." And he leaves out into the main room. You hear him go, "Friends, please, this is nothing. I don't know what you're talking about." What are you doing, Malin? Are you staying there or are you leaving?
I'm really driving home the fact that I live here, so I guess I'm gonna use my disguise kit in any way I can.
Okay, so you're gonna stay. Cool. Irina is gonna stay in the room with you, and she's gonna be like, So he's dead?
Oh, his entire center chest, I could see inside of him.
Yeah,
I'm fairly certain he was dead.
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I mean, yeah, I probably look banged up since I've already gone down. I don't even know how much HP I have. I got 5 HP, so yeah, I look pretty bad. I was like, no, for the most part, I think.
I wasn't even talking about it. Okay, here. And she kind of walks over to, I'll say, it's like some kind of bucket or something. They don't have sinks in Vallaki, I'm sure, but there's some kind of bucket that has kind of like some water in it, and she grabs a cloth and just dips it in and begins like patching up one of the bite marks on your face. She will help you with your disguise kit, so you can have advantage on a dexterity check to apply a really good disguise. So go ahead and make one of those.
Yeah. And how do you use the disguise kit again?
Just do dex plus proficiency, because I think you're proficient in it.
So +3 +2, so that's a +5 saving throw, and that's a nat 20 for 25.
Hell yeah! Together with Irina, and
Thank God, because I rolled an 8 the first time.
Yeah, she's like heavily adjusting things as your hands are still kind of shaking from the adrenaline of what happened and from losing Alarin. She manages to apply some of the makeup in ways that accessorizes your face to make you not quite so believable as Malin. Okay. You wait about 10 to 15 minutes before the presence of guards leaves the church and Father Lucian comes back around. So, you have busted a vampire nest in the coffin maker shop. Where is Roderick?
He stayed behind. Apparently, he was looking for some type of bones.
I see. And the rest of your friends?
Godfantis is currently in the woods. Tia is with Roderick, last I saw. And Alarin, I guess he's now gone. Something about a tower. That's the only thing I heard him say as I shut the door.
Do you all have a place to meet? Is it going to be back here?
Probably here.
Okay, that's good. I hope for
Eventually, though, I'll have to go get guard because a storming elephant man running out of town, I highly doubt they're going to, just casually let someone of that same description back in, as he does stand out in this place.
I will pray for you all to be as safe as possible. You are no longer going to be welcome in Vallaki. You are a wanted criminal. And you should all begin...
Oh, I was aware whenever I shockwaved the guard that was trying to arrest me.
Right. You should all begin planning an exit as soon as possible. I think you should perhaps wait until sundown and then leave. If your friends are not here, I am afraid they are probably either taken by the burgomaster or dead. So, prepare yourself, Malin. You hear Arena kind of say... Okay. You hear Arena kind of say, Father... Oh, Father, please. Just in private. He says, Of course. I can spare the time, I'm sure. And he kind of leaves off into the next room. So Malin's going to stay there for the rest of the day. Okay. Who wants to go next? Let's go to Tia. Let's go to you. You're staying outside the palisade wall. How long are you staying there before moving?
I mean, I would stay there enough to get feline agility back, so I guess if we're counting rounds, I guess, what, 5 seconds?
Yeah, like a round. That's like 6 seconds.
Yeah. And now I'll just start moving.
Where are you moving to?
We're going up along the wall.
You're going up along the wall. Okay, so you begin moving up the wall towards... Are you going towards the gate, or are you going towards the forest, or are you going towards what?
I don't want to get right to the gate, so I'm just gonna get up far enough, probably to around like maybe here-ish, and then I'm probably gonna like just cross. That's the plan, at least.
Yeah, so move your character all the way up to there.
Okay.
As you do so, you, with a passive perception of 16, you kind of hear over the wall some talking between two people that appear to be... They sound female. You kind of hear one of them say, I heard that they found the cat. The other one says, Really? Where'd she go? Outside of the wall. They're going to make us barricade all the gates, seal everyone else in, not let anyone else inside or out. You kind of hear one say, Oh, good. That will help with the vampires. Before they dip off. And you don't hear them anymore.
Well, if I don't hear him anymore, I'm probably going to climb and drop down the other side.
Sure. Okay, you go ahead and climb back down and drop down into the other side. Make a perception check for me.
Okay, that's 19.
Yeah, not a clean street. You see that guards are kind of cultivating at the top half by the gate over here, which is just on the far side of your vision. But you do catch a few stragglers that are still kind of making their way there. You're going to have to be as stealthy as possible, as well as some that are still stationed on the outside walls. You only see one on the outside wall over here. Only one. You don't quite see the road from where you are because you're behind these houses, but
Okay.
that's where you go.
Then yeah, I'm going to basically get in a line of sight where I see a tree on the other side of the road, so I guess it's about like closer to here.
Okay.
I'm going to try to cross the road.
So make a stealth check for me.
Okay. 14.
14. Yeah. You're not being as stealthy as you would like to be, but you are, as for right now, managing to evade the eyesight of anyone notable.
All right. So
And you
from
see
this
that tree?
point, yep, I'm going to get up to the tree and make sure at least like the pathway in front of me, like around like this area, is clear of guards before I attempt to cross over again.
Yeah, you see that it is not currently clear. Guards are moving either way. And as they do, they leave one guard by the wall. It's kind of like widely spaced apart. So I'll say, let's put one here, and I'm just going to grab one from up here.
Right.
So that one's right there. The other one's probably a ways down, and then like one up by the gate. Like there's a wide space now where normally it's more guarded, where now it's not.
Yeah. I got a question for you. What kind of trees are these?
Those are small oak trees. Not super
Cinnamon
tall.
trees.
The one that you're sitting in is probably 15 feet tall.
Yeah. Anything in it? Particularly these two down here.
Make a perception check.
All right. 19.
Yeah. You look up at this one in front of you and you get nothing. You look down at this one right here and you get nothing. And then you look up in this one and you kind of see clutched upside down in its branches a gray-skinned, tightly clinging flesh to bone humanoid who's hanging upside down and looking at you. And she just goes,
That is... Huh. With a 19, does it look like one of the vampires from the,
that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah, that's
Okay,
100%
alright.
what it is.
Huh.
In fact, you recognize it to be the one that had Alarin previously.
This is a smart one. Well, maybe she has a plan. So I'm just gonna look at her and hold. So
Okay.
I'll wait about 10 seconds before I make a decision.
Yeah, you're just looking at her. She's watching you and then flitting her eyes back to that guard. And then watching back to you. Just kind of making sure that she knows where her threats are right now. But she's not making any moves.
I'm going to do take out my short bow and I'm going to just point it at the guard. I'm going to look at her and kind of like give a nod saying like, you know, do you want to jump this guy?
Make a
See if she gets
persuasion
it.
check.
Okay. It's a 3.
I so wanted this to work, dude. This
I
would
know,
have been
so did I.
so fucking fire. Yeah, she kind of takes a moment and looks at you. And shakes her head. And then she points back to you. And then motions for you to kill the guard instead.
I don't think that's possible. Give me like 5 seconds. Dang. She is going to... Yeah, I mean, if vampire's not going to do anything, I'm just going to get out of the tree and I'm going to. How many feet is this between me and the palisade right here?
20 feet, I'll say.
20 feet.
So with your climbing speed, you can get halfway up the tree, or halfway up the palisade. Assuming you just drop out of the tree.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, what I'm first going to do, I'm going to target the guard. I'm going to shoot my short bow. Hopefully, I can aim for his leg, if that's possible.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to hope to at least hinder his movement. So I'm going to fire short bow, if I can find it. 24.
24 hits, roll damage.
10 sneak, 6 piercing.
Yeah, as you knock the arrow and aim for the leg, how do you want to do this?
Ooh. I assumed, like, after seeing the vampire say no, I kind of, click my tongue. And then, she just says, skip it. And she takes aim at the guard's leg and finds a kink in the armor and hits an artery. So.
Yeah, as you knock the arrow and curve it around the side of the tree, you watch as it impacts into the side of the knee, making him fall to one, and before he can scream out in pain, you watch as the vampire flips out of the tree and almost like raptor running, gets low, arms wide, and just grabs him up by the throat and has sunk her teeth into his neck before he gets the chance to get a scream out. And all you hear is this before he perishes.
And I guess on that note, Tia's going to use her movement to get up to the palisade and just, say to the vampire, "You're welcome."
Yeah. You say you're welcome, and she says, "Could have screamed, would have alerted them to your presence too."
I guess I owe you for that, but would have been nice if you would have helped me as well.
Yeah, next time go for the throat.
Nah.
What's your name, Faye?
They call me Tia.
Tia, don't trust the witch hunter. He killed your friend. He could kill you too.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I saw the whole process.
Good luck doing whatever it is you're doing. I'm going to find a new nest.
Same time. Okay. Yeah.
She's walking away. You want to say anything else?
No, she's just gonna say same to you as well.
Yeah. She turns and kind of bows before slinking back into the tree line.
All right. Well.
You are now on the other side of the wall. Yeah, what else are you doing?
Again, she's going. I didn't use feline agility, so yeah, she's just going to, I guess, get a bit closer to the tree line here, since no one's along the fence. So she's gonna basically try to get up here if she can.
Sure.
And she's going to get to where she can see the church, which would be about here, and she's going to make sure, the area around where the church is clear.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okey-dokes. 14.
Okay, the area that you see is currently clear. I'm going to leave you there for now.
Okey-doke.
Gar. I kind of love this split party thing, you guys. It's kind of lit. You run into the forest.
Yeah.
What are you doing when you get there?
I'm gonna run a little ways in, as to make sure they can't just see me stop and stand there. And as he gets amongst some trees, just stop and catch his breath and sit down for a second and be listening if anybody's following him or not, or anybody's trying to come up to him.
Make a perception check for me.
Not good. Perception 7.
7. Okay, sure.
And then after he's caught his breath for a minute, he'll pull out the cage from behind him and look inside at Bernadette, see how she's doing.
Yeah, your attention is heavily on Bernadette right now after you catch your breath, and you kind of see Bernadette is alive. Functioning as best as she can currently. She doesn't really notice the loss of any of your friends necessarily. She's just doing what she normally does.
I'm sorry, little one, that we keep you trapped in here. It's not fair to you, but we thought we were gonna bring you to the lady. I don't think you're gonna get to meet the lady, unfortunately. We were gonna help. We were gonna help you, but Alarin's gone now, and what he tried to do didn't even work. I know they said you die if I let you go, but I can't keep you in here anymore. You're gonna die anyway. I might as well give you a chance. I'm gonna set it down and pour some feed in between the holes so that she has something to eat and keep her distracted for a little bit. And then once she starts eating, I'm gonna open the door and like back away from it. So it's the door's facing away from me, and I back away from it and sit down next to the tree again.
Yeah, roll an animal handling check.
Hey, guard wants to roll good for that. 18.
18. Yeah. You go ahead and set the crate down and open one of the sides. This time, not even regarding your own safety right now. And Bernadette is a volatile creature at best. But you just open it, letting your hands go free, and then find a tree and just kind of hit your back to it and slump down. And you watch as it takes about 20 seconds before Bernadette just starts crawling out, head kind of looking around, steps all the way outside, and just turns back to you and...
You should go. Malin said he might be able to, or not, Roderick said he could maybe save Alarin with the priest. His father could do it. But I left him with Malin. I do trust Malin to get him where he needs to go, but... And Roderick said that maybe. So I don't know if he can come back, but... I guess I'll just stay here and wait.
As you're saying this, you watch as one eye blinks and the other blinks out of tandem.
I'm sorry that we kept you the way we did for so long. It's not nice of us. I know what it's like to be in a small cage, not wanting to stay there, and others only taking you out for what they want you to do. Being considered a monster.
Roll a d4 for me, Gar.
A d4? Is this for how much damage she does when she bites me? 4.
Okay. Okay. That's kind of one I'm hoping you didn't get. Yeah. You watch as Bernadette just kind of... And she's just kind of like trotting around the area that she's now free in. You recall Bernadette doesn't really regard you as much of a threat. And so it's kind of just comfortable with your presence here. It's just sitting there, just kind of talking to her. You hear someone behind you kind of say, "What a strange creature for you to be carrying."
What is it that you want? You
kind
want to drink more of my blood?
You kind of look to the side of you and you see Strahd just kind of leaning on a tree, arms folded. Well, I think this depends on, quite frankly, a number of things. It's not my first motive right now, Garfentis. No, I just came to talk. What happened to Alarin?
I don't know fully. We were fighting some baby ewes, and then I come outside and he was all ripped apart, dead.
Yes, well, I'm going to ask you, do you think that his final wounds, were they reminiscent of my creations?
Not really. His chest was ripped open. Usually you rip their necks open and bite from there. But maybe they were just punching, I don't know.
Garfantis, you know better than this.
Hmm.
We are precision instruments. And you watch as he kind of runs his thumb along his fingers, and with each one the nail kind of extends and sharpens. We are like scalpels. We go in and surgically pick apart our prey. What I have seen has happened to Elaren. This was a sledgehammer. It's not indicative of our style.
I don't know anybody that has a sledgehammer.
I want you to be aware, Garfantis. These people that you travel with, can you trust them? I know the kind of person you are. Friend to the animals. You wish to protect the children of this realm. You are a man of justice and goodwill. And yet you travel with mages who do not understand the magic that they use and kill their friends. You travel with magic users who blow apart your other friends just because it's a mercy kill. I don't think that Unlife was as painful of an experience as your friend the Hunter thinks it would be. Certainly not enough for this reality to be the case.
Well, maybe he wouldn't have wanted to be a vampire. You don't know that.
This is
If
true.
he says it was mercy kill, is that he was trying not to be a vampire? Is that what you're saying?
I think the choice was robbed from him in the first place. Tell me, did Elaren tell you of his visits to me?
Didn't say anything about any visits, no.
You didn't piece it together the night that he was petrified, and then suddenly he was out of the room. In the morning, your group found him eating breakfast.
I think I was busy that night with some nightmares.
Of course. My apologies, my intelligence. Well, they don't always get back to me entirely correctly. I came to Elaren with an offer for him to help me with a few things, and in return I would help him with a few things. You could call us steadily growing allies. I'm worried, Garfantis. These people you travel with, they are hiding secrets. They are killing each other. I want you to be aware that next, it could be you.
Well, if he was working with you, maybe it was for the better then, that he's no longer with us.
I respect your openness. I don't want to part as enemies, Gar. I see how weak you are. I could kill you right now and turn you into one of my slaves. I don't want this. This adventure you're having, it's far too delectable. Please, tell me you will heed my words. And if not, I can simply turn you to my side right now.
I trust Malin. We'll see with the others.
We will see. I only hope he's not your downfall.
He kind of turns and puts his hand on your shoulder. Good luck, Gar. I think you will need it. Before he walks off into the forest.
I hate that guy.
You watch as Bernadette disappears off into the distance. And to your left now, you hear more footsteps approach. Meyore, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character?
All right. Yeah, I guess you would steadily see a 4-foot tall dwarf walk out of the tree line. He would, kind of a muscular barrel-shaped build with a strong, wide jaw and stout nose. Pretty tanned, almost bronze skin is contrasted by his dark red hair and pale blue eyes. He's wearing a little bit of chainmail with a old worn leather overcoat and boots, and has a warhammer over his one shoulder and a small dwarven shield ornamented with some brass furnishings and dwarven runes denoting the clan who possibly made it. And I guess as he walks out of the woods, do I see Garfantis?
You see a very heavily wounded and very tired elephant man who is currently slumped against a tree.
By Moradin's great beard, the mighty beast! I will have a glorious death today. Ready yourself!
Rod, are you trying to trick me or something? You were just here. You have to wait a little while if you want to trick me with your polymorph shapes.
It talks?
Mm.
Wait, Strahd.
Very good act, Strahd. Very good.
Oh, are you friends with Strahd?
No. Quite the opposite.
Oh.
We hate each other, basically.
Oh. Well, that is good to hear. I have a bit of a beef with his butler myself. Goes by the name of Rahadin, I believe.
I remember Rahadin.
So, what are you doing out here in the woods?
Waiting for my friends. But I shouldn't trust you. Strahd just told me about not trusting people. And
well, I mean, I can understand that. I just came out of the woods and threatened to fight you.
Why are you out in the woods, just wandering? These places are dangerous, especially alone.
Oh yes, I know. I've been here sometime, but I'm looking for a little girl. There's a camp to the south of the town that they lost her, and so I'm out here looking for her. As you know, these woods are very dangerous.
Not good for her to be out here alone.
Oh, absolutely not. That's why I'm looking for her. I honestly, you look like you can handle yourself. Are you a threat to me or to this girl?
Not to the girl, no. Depends on, are you trying to kill me? It sounded like it.
Oh, well, that's when I thought you were a large wild animal. But you seem to be intelligent enough to talk, so I don't see why we should fight. If anything, we should arm wrestle.
The intelligence of a creature is how you decide how to kill it or not.
Well, I mean, if it was large, would go on a nice wall, could be a good furnishing, or sell for a good price, I mean, well, why not, plus, I mean, the glory of a battle with something as large as yourself, I thought it would be a good time. Or, well, I might die, but...
You talk fast and strange, but I think you're kind of funny. We should find that girl, though. She's not safe out here. I've got a little time before my friends get back. They're resurrecting my other dead friend, who probably should stay dead now that I've learned some things, but we'll find out, I guess.
Oh my, what a day you've had. Well...
It's been a few days.
Are you experienced in tracking?
I can smell things good. Do you have anything of hers? Maybe I could sniff and go from there.
Yes, one moment. Do I have a like a piece of like a toy or like a old piece of clothing or something like that?
Yes, sir. You were given. I'm gonna give you the exact thing that they gave you right now. You were given a small toy. I'm trying to figure out what the toy was because I forgot it. I shouldn't have done toy because that's fucking. The whole toy maker's shit is in this fucking section of the book.
Fudge.
Yeah, you have a toy. You have a toy. I'll get to you. I'll tell you what it is in a second.
Okay. Yes, I have this toy right here. But first, I apologize. I never asked. What is your name?
Oh, my name is Garfantis, but the friends call me Gar.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you, Garfantis. I'll hold off on using Gar until we're good old pals. My name is Gundrick.
Gundrick. That sounds similar to a lot of other names I've heard lately. If you allow me to take a sniff of that toy, I can maybe help you in the direction of the girl. As long as it's not in Wallachia, I can't go in there no more.
Oh, okay. Well, here you go.
A sniff.
Yeah, make a perception check with advantage.
With advantage, I rolled a natural 20 for a 23.
Ooh.
Yeah, in this area, trying to pick up on the scent of the toy. It's something that was on the toy. You're not getting much here at all, but you kind of... You're not getting much. There is a faint breeze that's coming down from the north, and it's almost imperceptible. It's like smelling the iron in someone's blood while it's still in their body. Like, it's almost imperceptible for you to do, but because of your highly trained elephantine trunk, you can just pick out the faintest smell of the person on this toy to the north.
Smell something to the north, but it's very faint. She's not close.
Oh, real quick, Equa, did the camp like give me any more info on her disappearance, or did she just kind of wander off?
Yeah, so she is the daughter of Luvash, who is one of the two twins who run the camp. She has been gone for... I think it's only like a day or two.
Gotcha.
It's not long at all. She's like 7 years old, blonde hair. There was a guy who was watching her at the time, but he was drunk and didn't see her disappear. And her name is Arabelle.
Arabelle. All right.
Yeah, a little more than a day she's been gone for.
So yeah, he'll say, I'm glad you're able to catch something. I mean, poor little Arabelle, she's been missing a little over a day. I fear for her safety. You seem like you can handle yourself. Do you think you could maybe... I could use your nose a little longer? If you can help me find this girl, I'd be more than willing to help you. Maybe you get something from town for you, or whatever you need, really. I just want to make sure that this girl is safe.
Well, I don't think I need anything from town. And Strahd did just tell me maybe don't trust your friends. And you're not a friend yet. So I could go with you to help find her.
Aha, I like that logic. You're a very smart guy, Garfantis.
Thank you.
Well, should we head north in?
Yes, we shall.
All right.
Do you want to ride on my shoulder so that you're safer up there?
Are you serious? This is possible? Yeah. You're that strong? Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
This is amazing.
My trunk. Set him on my shoulder.
Well,
A very fast friendship is forming here as you guys trot off into the north of the forest. Gundrick, you kind of have to dodge your head underneath the clawing branches of the trees that are around. The guy is a tall guy, and getting on his back was not the best idea in the forest, but you're enjoying the ride anyway.
Oh yeah, he's loving it. He's like, I've never felt this tall before. This is amazing. I feel like I'm
I
flying.
always feel this tall. It's pretty. Well, not always, but since I was released, I've been this tall.
Oh, released? Were you imprisoned?
I was kept as a fighter for a long time in a ring, and the cell they had me in was not big enough.
Oh, that is sad to hear, my friend, but I'm glad you escaped. A creature like you deserves to be out and about in the freedom of the air and the smells and everything, and showing your prowess to all those who could see. I'm glad to have met you today,
My friend
Garfantis.
Alarin once said. So my friend Alarin once said, but he's dead now, so...
Oh, did he at least perish in battle?
Yeah.
Well, at least he had that decency, I guess. How long ago was this?
Oh, less than an hour.
Oh my! Are you being pursued?
Oh, not anymore. They seem to stop at the gate. That's why I can't go to Vallaki.
Oh my, well... hey, this was your friend. Were you able to at least kill his killer?
I don't know who his killer is exactly, but it's not sounding good. Probably for the best I don't go back to them right now.
Well, if you ever find him...
Remember, Strahd said don't trust him, and maybe it was somebody I knew, maybe it wasn't. I don't know yet.
Oh yes, he does love talking in his riddles. I haven't
talk to
personally got
Strahd
to...
often.
I haven't personally got to interact with him, but my few run-ins with his subordinate, I don't know. If he's anything like his master, then not the guy I'd want to be around. Well,
Run-ins.
Oh, yes.
You said a few run-ins is... Sorry, we talk at the same time a lot.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm just so excited being so high and the trees and everything.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, is you run into the butler a lot? Does he like jump out of the bushes at you and stuff, or?
I've been hunting him.
I know where he is.
Oh, really? Where is he?
In the castle. That's usually where butlers are. It's where the place where they work.
Oh, well, okay. I thought maybe he left that fortress for a moment and you knew somewhere else he could be, because I don't think I can take on that entire castle myself. I like to say I'm a pretty tough guy, but not that tough. But you, my friend, you could probably bust down the front gate, no problem.
I did in Vallaki, but Strahd bit me pretty good at his house, so I don't know if I should do it there.
Do you have any other companions that could help you break into his castle?
They were all there. It wasn't great.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Well.
Tia did tell me not to knock down things all the time and place, but... So...
Now where is the fun in that?
That's what I thought, but she said, if you do it, then we'll die, and I didn't want them to die at that time, so... I don't want them to die now, that's not what I'm implying, but...
Well, I'm glad. It'd be a little hard to gain your assistance if you're a dead corpse. I don't think I could carry you across the woods. Maybe we could hide under one of your ears.
I'm pretty close to being a dead corpse right now, so we'll see how it goes.
Equa, do I, since my time being here, have I been able to gain anything, or do I just kind of have my starting equipment? Because I was like, if I had a health potion or something for him, I would totally give it. He's surviving.
Don't waste it. I'm
hard.
missing 3 HP. I have a maximum of 8, and I'm at 5.
You wouldn't have a health potion, I'll say that. You wouldn't have a health potion.
Okay.
Have we had health potions at all so far in this game? I'm just curious.
You did in Death House, and then you fucking died. Sorry, guys.
Fudging.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess I don't know. He's living it up, but he would also, I guess, be trying to just look out for any tracks or anything like that.
Sure. Okay. So we'll leave you two there as you go off on a completely different mission. Okay.
Malin's a character and took him away from the game.
Tia, back to you. As you run to the tree line and kind of stand there for a second and just watching and waiting to see if any guards pop up from the palisade, you hear, "You're really thinking about going back in there?"
I turn around to see who it is, but I think I already kind of know who it is.
You know who it is.
Yeah. She said, probably. I don't see why I wouldn't. This does me no good staying in this forest.
Tia, you are by far the smartest individual in your group. Especially now that Alaran has perished. Sure, maybe it was his justice, right? He killed Draugden. He killed Gertruda. Who would be next? But you're sitting around these people who just keep murdering each other. What are you doing here? Why are you choosing to live like this?
It's not really much of a choice. It's more the fact that there's no really strong people around here to get me out, and I need to find what I'm looking for, and then proceed to get out.
Come now. If you really wanted to find what you were looking for, especially with the aid of a strong person, you could have simply asked me.
I believe you offered, and you said you looked for it. Have you found anything?
You are looking for this card, yes?
Yes. It should look like a blank white card to you.
I will tell you this. It's not in my castle. I have done a thorough search, and you can trust me on this because an artifact of such interest would be useful to have. There are, however, places that are yet to be discovered, or at least searched fully in Barovia. In fact, I was trying to gain the assistance of your recently perished friend in, shall we say, raiding one of these particular establishments.
Really now?
Yes. If you are interested, perhaps your expertise would be a little better used on my part. I was trying to be as respectable as possible. You choose to stay with these twits for some reason, and that is your choice, and that is fine. But I think you are intelligent enough to know that this is not going to work out, not in the long run. You want to get out of Barovia? Who do you think allows the Vistani to leave? I will see what I can do if you help me back.
She thinks about it for a second. And then she sighs and says, listen, I'm aware that you're pretty powerful, but the way I see it is people that I grew up with, they are the ones at least taking the hits for me. If I were to team up with you, I have to take the hits myself. And if I go down, my goal and journey ends there. So at least with these, what you call them, twits, at least I'm still getting somewhere. I'm not dead yet. But I will consider your offer, and perhaps I'll get back to you on that.
Come now, Tia. Look at yourself. You watched your elephant friend get knocked down 3 or 4 times. Elaren was down. Malin was down. And yet you are barely scratched. You think you are going to take hits regardless on who is in front of you? Look, You may continue on this path, because I know that you will come around eventually. Just know that when you are ready, all you need do is call for me, and I will come to speak with you. After all, and we know who killed Alarin. You cannot stay like this. You're better than that. You're better than them.
You know, Strahd, someone once told me that no matter where you go and what type of people you meet, you always must stay true to your values and what you believe in. And what I believe is that whoever I'm grouping up with, which is, once again, these twits, will help me to my goal. And she looks at him. And as she looks at him, her red eyes slowly turn back to their golden amber.
It's okay. Your goal, it's perfectly respectable, and I understand the lengths you are willing to go through. Just know, and I know you are a pragmatic individual. Should you want an easier time, you will know where I am.
And
After all, since Alarin is dead, you're now my favorite.
She laughs at that, and it's almost like you hear two voices, that of another female, and they say, "But where's the fun in that?" And then she just turns her head away from him.
Yeah, if you were still looking at him, you'd see a sly grin appear. Good luck to you. Oh, you should be out of Valaki by sundown. You are all going to be wanted fugitives, but should you desire to stick with this group, your friend may need saving. Have fun. And he turns and walks away. Roderick.
Yes.
The last thing you remember is being swiped at in the head by a vampire spawn. And you wake up, unsure of how much time has passed, stooped over with your hands next to your heads.
Heads. I got two heads.
Head. Yeah, you have multiple heads. It's a tumor.
What did the vampire do to you?
To hear the sound of many heads and commotion turning to look at you, as you hear cries from outside the crowd say, "He's up, he's awake!" Before you hear next to you a voice as it gets down next to your head in your ear, and you can just about make out the red robes at your feet as you look down. So, we found you. You kind of look up a little bit, and you can see the sniveling face of the Burgomaster looking back at you.
What do you mean, found me? I've no dealings with you.
Don't play stupid. I know exactly what you've done. Running around with that black and white cat. Breaking into my house. And what's worse, disrupting my festivities. Don't you know that the only way to beat the vampire is with goodwill, cheer, with happiness? Why are you disrupting that?
Didn't realize vampires were welcome in your town here.
Oh, they aren't. And that's an issue that I'm dealing with right now. But you know what else isn't welcome? Your kind. Adventurers! And he kind of calls out to the crowd, which is mostly silent. Some murmurs of agreement, but the rest of them are staying pretty still and quiet. As he gets done talking to you and turns out to the rest of them, so, The question that we have is, what do we do with people who side with the devil? People who want to disrupt our way of sticking it to the man. Well, we could hang him. And you kind of hear a group of people go, ooh. Or we could just leave him to starve. And you kind of hear a group of other people go, yeah. Or we could just chop off his head right now. And there's a third group of people somewhere in the back. There's like 2 or 3 who go, like, yeah, do that. I'll leave it to you to decide. Beheading. There's a small murmur of cheer and applause. Hanging. There's a slightly bigger. And again, it's not a high percentage. Maybe 10% of the population of the crowd are doing it. And before he gets the next word out, you kind of hear someone say, why do we need to hang him anyway? Didn't he just bust out a vampire nest?
Thank
Instinctively,
you.
although you don't see it, you kind of feel the Burgomaster go instantly silent and glare down at this person. Are you challenging me? And what I say in this town? And you kind of hear them go, no, I was just saying, because isn't he against the devil if he's trying to cut down the vampires? Moment of silence before you hear again. No, I respect this opinion. But unfortunately, there was no reason for this one to go snooping where he shouldn't. There was no reason for him to go meddling, especially on the day of a festival. And don't forget, he broke into my house, tried to free one of my prisoners. That's a mistake I cannot forgive. Starvation. And you hear a larger group of people, maybe 12 or 14%, start to cheer for that. Good. We have a winner. And while we're at it, pick up that one as well. And you hear muffles of confrontation and protest as whoever was just talking is now dragged through the crowd to the stockade next to you and is shoved in and locked in. Well, let's not wait for the day to run out. We've got blazing suns to ignite. On with the festival! As the crowd kind of reluctantly goes, yay, whoa. And the festival continues onwards. Roderick, is there anything that you want to do while you're locked in here? You are restrained.
I don't think there's anything I can... I'm in like a stockade, right? That's what
You are in a stockade.
Okay. Just checking. No, I mean... I'll just kind of occasionally just scan the crowd, see if I see a, a familiar face when I can, if I can. Like if I see, Lucien or if I see Tia or something, not saying anything, just keeping an eye out for people I might know.
Yeah, roll a perception check for me for the rest of the day.
That way, I know that somebody knows where I am. That's a math 15.
15. Yeah, you keep an eye out on the crowd, and the hours tick on. There is one point where you see coming up through the crowd, maybe 2 hours into the festival, where you see a young boy, no older than 14 or 15, who kind of looks like a young Keanu Reeves, just kind of walks by slowly the stockade. It's kind of looking at you, and you kind of just barely manage to look up through your beaten eye from where the vampire managed to clock you in the side of the head, and you watch as he goes.
I mouth Tia.
make a performance check for me.
Oh, jeez. Ooh, that's a good roll, though. That's a flat 15, and I don't get any bonuses.
Flat 15. You watch as he kind of goes. He just keeps on walking by. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to leave you there. Tia, after Strahd's thing, are you going back to the church, or are you going somewhere else?
Yeah, I mean, again, if the wall at the palisade, that's what you say. Yeah, if the palisade's clear, then yeah, I'm gonna try to just walk back and climb over.
Yeah, I'm going to say at some point you manage to find a break in it where the guards are mostly at the gates. You just go ahead and jump straight over. Landing there, you see there's one guard who's maybe 60 feet off. You're close enough to dip into the church if you want.
Okie dokes, that's what I would do.
That's what you do. So you dip into the church. Do you go into the side door or the main door?
Side probably. Not going to the front.
So as you walk into the, just hopping through the bars in that gate and open up the door, you look in and you see a heavily clad priest with dirtied face sitting next to a wheelbarrow who kind of turns to look at you as you come inside. You've never seen him before.
She gives a weird look and just tries to keep walking.
This is when I just take a sip of that wine I've been carrying around. Let's go. Oh, Tia, where's Roderick?
What?
Yes, it's me. It's been a whole ordeal.
Roderick, right. See,
I'm sorry, what's her name? Is she still in the room with us?
Irina is...
Irina.
At this point, yeah, she would have returned. She would have returned pretty soon. Pretty recently.
Okay. Just curious, sorry.
Roderick, right. You see, after you guys left, we tried to find the bones, which we did find, but there was a vampire in the room where we saw the bones. Some guards came in. The bones were too heavy for me to carry. And then he went down. He's alive. Just probably in the hands of the Burgermaster? Whatever you call him.
How do you know he's alive?
Oh, well, I stabilized him and I saw the guard, carry him down the stairs, so I'm just going to assume he's alive at that point.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. So, okay, so you two are here and alive. Roderick is somewhere. Where is Gar?
How should I put this? The town's going to have to fix the eastern or the western gate.
I understand. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He's not here anymore.
Okay. So we don't know when he's going to come back. So we have.
He's not coming back here. I'm going to have to go find him.
Okay. So we have to get Roderick, and then we're going to leave, right?
Something like that, yes.
Sure.
Yes. Something like that.
Okay, good. I'm thinking of coming with you.
Well, I mean, Tia, are you opposed to my new best friend here joining us? I know I'll turn to Irina. It's like, I know we've met before, but it's been a long day.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, she can come along, I guess.
I'm going to be brutally honest here. I thought that you guys were all dying and facing adversaries because of me, and perhaps that was partly true, but also you seem to not be doing so good without me either, so I think I'm not going to impose myself on you. It's just that I feel like it might be best. Just until you can find some more allies or something. Plus, vampires are not supposed to be allowed in Vallaki. It's supposed to be one of the most heavily guarded towns and the most defensible places. Strahd shouldn't be able to come in here, but yet the vampires are here? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's ironic given the fact that the Burgermaster thinks festivals keep the devil out, but clearly the devil is in.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly if this place is safe for me, especially not with these bones. So I'm going to come with you. I have decided. It's safer as a group. So how do we go and get Roderick? Where would he be being held?
I shrug my shoulders. I wouldn't know.
Have you guys filled Arena in on everything so far?
I mean, I was kind of filling her in on my half.
Yeah, I mean,
With
I
everything.
basically said everything about my side.
Oh my god.
Me and Baka have some dirty minds.
You guys suck. Okay, so I guess he could either be in the Burgomaster's mansion or in the stockade. In the town square?
I'd rather avoid the mansion. I'm getting a bit too close to those mastiffs.
Well,
You know, ironically enough, they were trying to arrest me because I was seen with you, Tia, and now it seems that going forward, I will only be seen with you. And of course, Irina, but no one was looking for Irina.
Well, I mean, at least you can hide yourself.
So if we're going to talk strategy here, I mean, we could go and check the town square where the stockades are, but it's the middle of the day and there's a festival going on, so it's going to be heavily crowded anyway. I don't really like the chances of us going out. I probably shouldn't go out alone if there are vampires about. So that leads us with what?
I guess we could try to find Gar until night falls. So you guys
Possible.
can't climb the fence.
I'll say whenever you look at Malin, he looks right fucked.
Great.
Maybe we should rest first.
All right, yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Okay. And then we'll go and try to find Gar. Hopefully he hasn't gone very far.
I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, okay. So you guys take an hour to short rest. Your HP can go back up to whatever it is before if you've got the hit dice. Roderick, yours can too.
So are we rolling hit dice or what's going on?
Yeah, roll your hit dice to get your HP back.
Okay, let's...
And I roll as many hit dice as I have. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, as many as you need to roll.
cool.
I've never had to roll hit dice on D&D Beyond before. Does anyone know where that's at?
Top right, maybe? Top right, if you click on your HP.
Short rest.
Do
Yeah,
short
short
rest,
rest.
yeah.
Here we go. We going all the way, baby.
Gar, you are moving, so you do not get a short rest.
Fair enough. I didn't think I did.
Okay, so I think we're gonna come back to the adventures of Gar and Gundrick in a little bit because I feel like this is kind of the more pressing matter right now. You guys have kind of taken yourselves out of the main crux of the danger, so good job. And so you guys short
All
rest.
thanks to Strahd.
Yes, sir. You guys short rest. You've gained an ally in arena. Good job. You get your HP back, and then after the hour is passed, there is no sign of Gar. He has not come back. There is also no sign of Roderick. He has not come back. So neither of them are trying to return to the church right now, is what you get. At this point, we're talking like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, I'll say. It's been a long ass fucking day. So I'm gonna say Irina will turn to you guys and she'll go, okay, so I've spoken to Father Lucien while you guys were resting. The festival should be over in just a few hours, so if Roderick is in the stockade, then we can go and see if he's there. But again, you guys will have to be as sneaky as possible, and I can't go out alone. So if you want to go and check the stockade, we'll have to figure out a plan for that.
We also have to plan around that my magical abilities have mostly been wasted. I think I've got one good spell left in me.
Okay, so you said that Gar went out of the western gate. Excuse me. Where did he go after that?
He mentioned the woods. That's as much as I know.
They're very dangerous in the woods. It's home to all sorts of things. Wolves, werewolves, vampires occasionally. Other strange creatures. Are you sure he's going to be okay? He hasn't come back yet.
I'll put it this way. We haven't been okay since we've got here, so I'm holding out hope.
Okay. Well...
Morning Lord be with him and all that, as I'm still wearing these robes.
Yeah, drink in hand.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, Tia, I do have an idea.
I'm
But
listening.
it's going to require us to move very quickly.
All right.
Well, hypothetically, hopefully he is not in the Burgomaster's mansion, because this entire plan goes straight to the wash. But if he is in the stockade, I do have a spell, if it is locked, that would allow him to go free. However, it requires a lot of noise to be made. And that's where the running comes into play. So if you've got a better idea, I am all ears.
I mean, if we could get close to it, or at least maybe you or Irina can get close to it. Maybe you could have just an empty bag, and I could just sit in that bag. And as soon as you're by the stockade, if it's locked, I can just pick it. But I guess we still might need some type of distraction. Wait a minute.
Yes, because
No.
regardless, as if anyone goes up there, I'm sure we're going to draw some attention.
No, this works. You said you have something that can draw attention, right? What if we use that to draw attention away from the stockade? And that should give me enough time to, free him from it, and then we just dip.
That's a good idea. How would we leave town, though? Because I'm going to tell you, what I'm thinking is going to make a lot of noise.
I know.
And it's going to be quick getting out of town when that happens.
That
If
part
I had
I'm sure
Red
of.
Keep with me, I'd be a lot faster, but obviously I don't have him.
I'm not too sure on that. I'll look to Irina and hope maybe she has some type of idea. Quick escape.
We could steal a horse.
Well, there are 3 gates out of town. They're all pretty guarded, and they're all on main roads, so we could try and do that. If we make an escape plan for a certain gate first, then we could do that. Town square is pretty central to Vallaki, so a palisade would be a little difficult to get around, and even if we do that, I don't think they let people all the way up to the stockades. So assuming he's there, we would be kind of on one side, and then we'd have to unlock him, and then as soon as he's unlocked, we'd have to get through a crowd of people. So there was a saber-toothed tiger outside earlier. You guys know anything about that?
He shakes her head.
Okay.
Only that, sorry, I had to go to the bathroom real quick.
You went right then and there. In the
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Well, the only thing I seem to know is that our little friend that I've been talking with at the tavern, it seemed to belong to him. Oh, speaking of which, Tia, I obviously don't have Alarin's body here. I went to go and retrieve it, and I bumped into, I can never remember this guy's name.
Rictavio.
Rictavio. Who had guards surrounding him, mentioning the dead body quite out loud in the bush that I hid him in, and then said something about taking him to a tower. So there's that.
Interesting. That doesn't really help us get out of Balaki, though.
No, but here's a crazy idea.
Alright.
Close your eyes, Tia.
She closes her eyes, questioningly.
I'm going to try my best to mimic exactly how Strahd speaks.
Okay.
Using my actor feat.
Yeah. Is that a check on that?
I don't know. It just says right here with my actor. Let's go to the feats here. Actor, you gain a +1 to charisma. You have advantage on deception and performance checks when trying to pass yourself off as a different person. You
Sure.
can mimic the speech of another person or the sounds made by other creatures that you have heard for at least 1 minute. And I'm pretty sure I heard him speak for more than 1 minute as he was beating my ass.
Yeah, you definitely heard him speak for more than 1 minute. So roll a performance or deception check, advantage style.
Hey, that's not good. That's a 4. Let's okay, that's a 19 on the die. That is way better. And for or deception, yeah, my performance is better than that. So I'm gonna go with that. So that's a 19 plus 9.
yeah, it's almost uncanny, is what it is. There are the faintest, almost imperceptible differences in the speech pattern and the vocal tone, but to any average Joe, or even to any advanced listener who'd been spending some time with Strahd, it probably fooled them.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Now I could be the distraction. I can dress myself up to look like Strahd and really see how it clears out an area.
I guess there's that, but isn't there the issue of having all the guards attack you at that point?
Well, they didn't attack any of the vampires. Instead, they wanted to arrest me, so I figured their logic was, no.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's fair.
I have an idea. Didn't Madame Ava say that you would have an ally? And it was the man with the monkey?
Yes, that monkey man, toy maker fellow.
Oh, yeah, Piccolo.
Well, I mean, he's not really my taste, but maybe he'll help you. His shop is not too far out from the town square. We can either hide in there until it's time for everyone to go home and then try and bust Roderick out. Or we can do it now and attempt to hide there afterwards.
Yes, look, I'm gonna be honest, I thought this coming into this place was a whole thing of hogwash, but at this point I'll take any of the help I can get, because I'm gonna be honest, Irina, I have lost so much faith in the people of this place that it is hurting my soul.
I understand. I'm sorry.
I guess the question comes whether they expect us to free him now or free him later in the night. Which would they be expecting?
Well, which is less heavily guarded is the question. Probably late at night? She sounds real unsure of that.
The night makes sense, but if the town's on guard, I have a feeling that the guard is... We have a conundrum here. See, I grew up in streets and stuff, and a big thing was hiding amongst the rabble. But late at night, it's kind of hard to have a rabble when they're all asleep, which makes blending in a lot harder.
At this point in time, you hear the front door open, the heavy oaken logs that make up the front door, and they close back down. And you hear someone say, "Oh, there you are. Tia, Roderick's in the stockade, and he wants your help getting out." And you look and see Milavoy, who's currently standing there. Looks pretty unscathed physically, but now he's kind of like in a bit of a frenzy. He's like, "I'm pretty sure they're going to kill him. They said starvation, so he might be okay for a couple days. I mean, he's a pretty fit guy, so I'm sure he could last for like at least 2 or 3, but they're gonna kill him, so we should probably get him out like now.
Well, we at least know where he's at. I guess that helps. No mansion, no masters.
You got 2
Oh
or
no,
3
everyone's
days.
there.
Take a long rest.
Everyone's there. The burgomaster's still there because the festival's in the town square, and then all of the there's a lot of guards there. Honestly, there's a lot more guards than I thought there were. So,
Yes, yeah. Shortly after you left, God decided to kill 2, but I also decided to attack them also.
Yeah,
So
one's
yeah,
dead on
we're
that
not
one.
very welcome in this town, I've found.
okay, so let's just run out there, bust them out, and then fight anyone who gets in our way, and then we'll just leave.
Question for you, young man.
Milivoy.
Milivoy.
We've hung out a little bit.
I don't know why I wanted to call you Keanu for some reason. You remind me of an actor I once met on stage. Do you see how physically distraught we are?
He kind of like takes a step and looks. Okay, so maybe we'll like wait for like sundown or something then.
I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's just a bad idea right now.
You know, it's totally fine. I'm just getting a little antsy because it's Roderick. That's all. So it's not like. I get it. It's totally cool. I'm a little more hurt that you kind of forgot my name, but it's fine. So we'll wait until sundown. Then that's what we'll do. We'll wait till sundown.
Here, yeah.
Kind of just
We'll try sundown.
and like looks around and heads out into the bedroom.
The question is, could we get a long rest in before sundown would occur? Because I know we woke up and all this happened pretty early in the day.
You probably have to wait until after sundown to start it, because you can only long rest once in 24 hours. Is the rule.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so you can wait till sundown. You can wait a couple days if you wanted to, and then try and bust it out.
Gar will be dead probably by then.
Yeah.
Gotta rescue Gar.
And there's also
you can't kill me.
Oh no, I can kill you.
there's also the thing you have to think about is if we wait days, this is just going to weaken Roderick, so he might not even help.
He won't be able to move.
Right.
He'll be exhausted.
And then there's Tag. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We can't wait.
We're doing
a day.
this before. Yeah, we can't. We got to do this tonight. It's gonna be interesting.
Okay, so for the purposes of brevity here, what is the plan? You're gonna wait until tonight, and then you're gonna go over there, and you're just gonna see how it goes.
I think we probably want to talk to the toy maker first, so at least let him know that we're probably gonna need like some type of escape exit, or at least a place to hide in here.
Distraction.
Distraction also works.
Okay. Who's going to
I'm
talk to
also
the toy maker?
super playing this role of being a part of the church, you know, like a man of the cloth, full on.
Who is going to go talk to the toy maker and when?
Can't be me. I have to basically.
I could go do it. And, I mean, what's weird is like I'm dressed up as someone who works for the church. They know that they take on orphans. I'm gonna go see the toy maker. You know, it's like, and I've got a big robe. I hope.
Are you taking on with you?
I could probably hide Tia in my clothes, in this coat.
Minor point of detail here. Tia, although she appears to be 10 pounds, actually is 70 with all of her equipment, right?
Yep.
So
69. It's important.
Oh,
69 plus the 10 of her actual like person weight. The cat's about 10 pounds. Yeah, it's about 80 pounds. Just to be aware of that. You can take Irina or Milivoy if you choose to. They are around and at your disposal. Just let me know when you want to do it and who you're taking.
up to you, man.
I can go.
I guess it just really depends if you need me or not.
It's not that I need you. We could also plan it to where you can take only what you need. And like I can hide you so you're not carrying all your stuff, and then we can try like. So the center of town is closer to the eastern gate.
Yeah, I mean, I can just take a dagger.
You know what? I feel like Malin can carry 70 pounds.
I can literally just take a dagger. It's fine. If the plan's not to get into combat, then I can just bring just a dagger with me, and then.
Yeah, but once we break him out, well, yeah, if we leave the toy maker shop and then immediately go to break him out, it's gonna be real hard to get all your stuff back.
Yeah, oh, I thought the plan was go toy maker, then back to the church, and then break him out.
Yeah, we can do that. That sounds perfect.
I was just saying, like, alert the toy maker that, like, hey, this is going to be happening. So
yeah. So yeah, if Tia just brings a dagger, then I don't see why I wouldn't be able to carry her in some fashion.
Sure. Okay, so you're going to attempt to smuggle Tia and then go. So what I need you to do, Malin, is you're going to roll a straight stealth check. Your disguise is really good, but because you are keeping Tia on your person, it goes from advantage to normal.
Awesome. Never mind.
What'd you get?
No, I haven't rolled yet. It was I had an idea for a spell, but that wouldn't work.
Oh.
I have a natural 20.
Ooh, a nat 20. And what time are you trying to do this?
So 25 altogether. Probably as we're getting closer to the evening, like things have kind of died down.
Okay.
But not at night, because I mean the toy maker shop, it's a shop, so I would assume that they would be closed at night. So I don't want to go at night.
Sure. So you are going as the sun is starting to set, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. As the sun starts to set, you're looking at about 7 in the evening-ish. The festival's beginning to wrap up right now. And as you're making your way through the town, most of the people are just tired from another one, and they're just, like, going home. And you managed not to arouse any suspicion, keeping your head down. As you enter into the toy maker shop, you kind of hear him go, "Okay, I'm going to be right with you. Just give me 1 second. Down, Piccolo."
Yes. Take your time. Yeah.
As you close the door behind you and kind of stand perusing the section of weird deranged toys, you see Blinsky come back out, and he goes, "Hello, welcome to my little shop of little toys and fun things. As they say, is no fun, is no Blinsky. What can I help you with today, my friend?"
So I like poked at one of these crazy contraptions he has on the shelf. I'm just gonna turn and say, have you ever thought about possibly selling yo-yos? These toys seem quite strange.
What is a yo-yo?
Well, it's like this little cylindrical thing with a string wrapped around it, and if you release it, it'll go down a great distance, and if you yank back just at the right time, it'll spin back up. That's not important, but just, food for thought.
Oh. Where would be the fun in that, though? Where would be the artistic liberties, I suppose I could maybe attach a doll's head on either side, and as it goes down, it will spin, and the heads could extend and spin outwards in little bits. Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
I don't know what I've created, but it is not what I set out to do. I'll walk up to him. It's like, all right, at this point, I'm going to need your help. So, I'm talking into my, robe.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think this is really appropriate for you and I. We are still strangers, and it's not really..."
Just give it a minute, please.
Okay. And he starts backing up 5 feet.
What, does he not know who we are? Or at least you are?
probably can't remember. And I've had a little too much of that wine. As yes, I need some sound judgment here.
She sighs and pokes out from the robe and says, "Hey, Mr. Blinsky." And then she looks at Piccolo and Piccolo, we need your help with something later on, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you see Piccolo, who's kind of hanging from one of the shelves and kind of swinging back. He kind of goes, whoop, 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 whoop. And Blinsky kind of goes, "Oh, you are a talking cat."
Yes, talking cat. We've been through it with other people. It's fantastic.
What powers you on the inside? He's just poking at your belly.
Okay, please stop.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Please don't do that to her. Just don't. It's been a long
I'm very
day.
sorry. It's just I have only heard of talking things like this, magical things in clockwork form, like the one in the castle. Yeah,
The clockwork what?
the little clockwork boy in the castle, in the Ravenloft castle.
Huh. We'll get to that later. But you know Roderick, right?
Oh, yes. I am aware of the Roderick. He's a scary man, but he does. Yes, I have seen him around.
Okay, well, he needs help. He's currently in a stockade, and me, and she points to Malin, him, and a couple of our friends are going to try to free him, and we need a place to hide or a distraction so we don't get caught, and then we can leave the city. You think this might be possible for you and your simian friend?
At the mention of breaking him out, his face kind of turns somber, and he says, "This is treason against the Burgomaster. This is not a good idea."
Well, I'm just gonna lay it to you flat. The Burgermaster, Meister, whoever he is, he does not like us one bit. Especially doesn't like me, and he really hates Malin. So whatever we do at this point, he's gonna be mad at us regardless.
You are criminals. Both of you.
Not exactly. To him, we are.
Oh, yes, we're criminals. You know, we just were trying to fight vampires in the middle of town and then suddenly decided to get arrested. Which brings another point. If the Burgomaster is so fucking smart, why in the hell does everyone believe these festivals work, but yet there were vampires in the town? Explain that.
You watch as he kind of looks back and closes the door to the storeroom behind him, where you still see rows of dolls that resemble Irina. He kind of keeps his voice.
What the hell is that? That is creepy as hell, man.
I make them for commission, for Isaac. I don't know. He has this obsession with this particular visage of a woman, the woman that you travel with. I don't know why he wants it, but they're all for him. I don't know that I can help you. He comes in here frequently. If I'm found to be helping criminals against the Burgomaster, my life will not last much longer.
I'm just gonna sigh. So just like everyone else we've met, you know, you just hide yourselves behind these walls while this bad stuff happens instead of trying to make a difference and make your lives better. And then, you know, punishing people who do try to help. It's understandable, really. If I was in your shoes, I'd probably do the same thing. Yeah.
Make an intimidation check for me.
13 plus intimidation. Plus 6 to intimidate. Hell yeah! 13 plus 6.
Yeah, you watch as he kind of deflates a little from the harshness of your words. Please, what can I do? I am a simple toy maker.
tried to make children laugh with my toys. I can't stand up against him. But he will kill me. He will kill me and he will take my monkey. My monkey's only been here for a little bit of time. He does not deserve food.
Did you get that monkey from a fellow named Octavio?
Yes, earlier this week, actually.
Okay, I was just trying to piece something. It doesn't matter to the topic at hand. I was just trying to piece something together.
Look,
you got anything big that could be used as a distraction? Something without your branding on it?
please tell me why I should help you.
Because if you don't, the Burgomaster is going to keep creating festivals. Vampires will still get in here. And last time I checked, we're the only ones that have been giving a middle finger to Strahd. So it's either you don't help us and everything stays the same, or you help us, and there's a possibility something can happen that will change this gloomy place that's full of hell.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, that's not good. 9 plus 9, so still
Oh, it's
pretty
not
good.
Yeah, he kind of thinks for a moment to himself. All I want is to survive. That's it. I don't want a big life of luxury. I don't want to be super famous or anything. I just want to be happy.
Well, just picture this. If that Burgermeister or Master would, again, I do not care too much.
Why do you keep saying Burgermeister?
Oh, it's a song back in the back where I come from that we just sing a lot. But besides
Okay.
that point, if he's still in commission, that means you still have to make these. She looks at the dolls. Things every single day. You won't be able to make any new toys, and your monkey friend Piccolo, who I wish I could talk to, just he'll end up in danger. You don't want that. Eventually, the vampires or the Burgermeister will get to him.
Look, I don't deal much in powder. It's a danger to the children, and it's no fun if you die. So,
It's no fun if it's Blinsky.
no, it's no fun. It's no Blinsky.
It's
It's only fun if Blinsky. Is what
Yeah,
this.
see?
That's what it means. It's no fun if it is a Blinsky toy. But I will. What kind of distraction are you looking for? Something they go boom?
She looks to Malin.
I mean, it doesn't have to go boom. I mean, it could just make a lot of noise.
Oh, don't you have like something loud or I don't know, something maybe Blinsky can do that doesn't not Blinsky, Piccolo can do that doesn't put you in trouble? Maybe you could just say your monkey got loose.
Piccolo does not go out. Piccolo stays in here with me the whole time, but I here, I think I have these. And he walks over to the side, underneath one of the shelves, and he pulls out one of those, one of those hand cranks that has like the stick in it, and it's got the big wide like bit that you go, and it makes the noise. He basically pulls out a 3 times size version of that, and he hoists it up, and he like been spinning it. And he goes, it kind of sounds like zombie, yeah.
Why,
It definitely sounds like death. I know that.
why do you have this?
Oh, I made it because I thought that somebody would have some use for it someday.
But something of this size?
Well, have you never seen a child this size? Children get so big. You should have. Roderick was pretty tall when he was a little boy, you know? He was like 10 years old and he was already 5'5". It was crazy. This is not true.
I won't lie to you. He was not 5'5".
I mean, I guess this works. Are you sure Piccolo can't do anything? Are you sure he doesn't want to go outside and take
I'm sorry. Were you not just the person who was complaining about the size of these? Look at my monkey. He's so small.
He does have a point there, Tia. I don't think that monkey could really use that thing.
Piccolo.
Not use that. And she points at it. There's nothing that he can use with his hands that can make something loud, some white noise. Not to be racist. Is what's called.
I'm part of a TV screen.
Okay, Piccolo stays inside with me because if Piccolo gets loose, Burgomaster sees Piccolo and says, "Oh, there's this Blinsky monkey. Blinsky must die."
And the fair point there.
You were never here to begin with, anyway.
No, I don't know who you are.
I'm Blinsky. I make Blinsky toys.
You know, the fact that you just said I've never been here, and I replied saying I don't know who you are, was supposed to insinuate that we've never been here, but it seems that flew over your head.
And we just use this as a place to just lay low for just maybe a few minutes.
You know, he's going to ask me things, and I'm not going to be able to lie to him. He's going to come around and say, "Oh, Mr. Blinsky, did person in person come into your store to hide?" And I'm going to have to say, "No, Mr. Burgomaster, he didn't come in here." And he's going to know.
How is he going to know?
Because I don't lie very well. Look, this is what I will do. I will put Big Whirly Toy in trash can, and you will just scavenge trash can at some point and say, "Oh, look, free toys, no affiliation to Blinsky at all." And then you take it with you when you leave this town.
He looks too male and exhausted.
I guess that would help. To be honest with you, Blinsky, we only came to your aid because some old lady in a hut, Madam Ava, said that you would be of assistance at some point in this adventure. And,
What?
yeah, some
don't-
crazy old lady that threw some cards in front of me saying that I would do certain things, mentioned a man with a monkey as a friend.
Wait, when was this?
I don't know, probably 4 or 5 days ago, I think.
Oh, I have only had Piccolo for 3. Before then, he was with Rictavio.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
So I don't think she meant me. So
Well, Tia, that might change quite a bit of shit involving us being in this toy shop.
look,
I
just
feel like a lot of pieces are starting to come together in my head that I previously couldn't put together.
Just get your stuff. I'm going to go put this in trash after you leave, and then when you go and get your things to go and do this unspoken act, then you just float on by and pick it out of trash and then put it in backpack and then use it for whatever you're doing. I don't need to know the details, and then just go float off somewhere else.
Right, sure. I do have one more request. Do you have a wooden duck on wheels? A small wooden duck on wheels. Do you have one?
On
What?
wheels? I
On
don't have
wheels.
one on wheel. Hold on. And he goes and rummages around in the back. You see him pull one out, and it's a wooden duck. Green head, like gray and brown body, but it doesn't have wheels. It has these little spider legs that go and that like winds up with a clockwork pin, and it just goes very slowly.
What?
Yeah, I hate this fucking town.
Can I have this? She was at the duck.
For 5 silver, yes.
5 silver.
He's
I'll
an
pay for it,
expensive
Tia.
toy.
I'll pay for it. Let's just get away from this place.
All right, sure.
Okay, so you purchased the clockwork duck, and you leave, and you're going back to the church.
That was the plan.
Okay, you head back to the church. I'm going to say your stealth roll maintains. And you head back. You're going to regroup and then head out. But before you do so, I think we're going to end the episode there. So we'll return next time with you guys leaving, going to rescue Roderick, and whatever the fuck these jokers are doing in a different part of the game, I guess. We'll half and half it. So, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for coming out. We appreciate it. Let's keep making stories together, and I guess we'll see you guys next time. It's toodaloo.